Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Skaggly Bones with another video for you today. This time we're going to be unboxing the real grade full burner GP01 in the real grade line. Okay, so first of all, there is a couple of real grades from the GP01 line. You have both the full burner and you have the Zephyrantis from both that lines. So the original GP01 and this one is GP01 FB full burner, which the only difference really is that the original Zephyrantis was the ground type and the full burner, of course, is the space mode. GP01 is based of the RX-78 TAC 2. It is found in Mobile Suit Gundam 0083 OVA series, and it is a parallel series to the Universal Century Universe, the 1 Year War, where you find Char and Amuro Ray fighting with the original RX-78-2 Gundam. So this is kind of a side, and it's an experimental Gundam that we see in that 0083 series. So this is what we're going to be unboxing today. So as we take a look at the box, as you can see, it's the typical real grade box. Normal real grade size, about the size of a high grade box, but a little bit heavier, quite a bit more content in this box than there is in a normal high grade. As you can see here, you have the century it's from. This tells you, this is the code for what series it comes from. Over here you have your real grade embodiment, excitement embodied symbol with 144 representing this is a 144 scale. Of course, you get the Gundam type that it is, Gundam GP01 full burner. It says EFSF prototype multi-purpose mobile suit, and then of course it gives you, this is a real grade new brand, blah 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 blah, some info on the bottom. Of course, you have your Bandai symbol, which is very important, showing that this is a Bandai product. If we look at the side of the box here, we have some more information. It says the 144 scale, gives a picture of the inner frame. As you can see, this inner frame looks a little bit different because, as you can see here, you have a core fighter. This core fighter is the full burner core fighter, unlike the Zephyrantis core fighter. It's a similar type, which will have the Zephyrantis core fighter. And this core fighter is quite a bit different than the standard RX-78 core fighter or core block. Quite a bit larger. So this is a nice little thing that you actually get the full core fighter in this kit. Of course, you see some differences here that you get, some little gimmicks as well as what it looks like all put together with its little statue, the stickers, and all the runners. Some more information on the side, BandaiHobby.net, the portal site for Gundam info, as well as some of the poses, the action poses that the full burner will do, typical of all the suits, as well as the action base that you can buy, the Bandai action bases that I've shown you in the past, for that you can purchase for the either the high grades or any of the 144 scale kits. Of course, you can see right here, this is the price. We can zoom in right there. Anytime you see this code, the last 4 digits is your price code, so this is 2,500 yen, whatever that translates now into dollars. Of course, you also have to look at shipping and handling. So even if you get it from a store that gets it for less than the retail value, you're still going to pay some shipping and handling. Of course, your warnings. Please don't choke and don't eat the parts. Let's go in and open up this kit. Pull the top off. Of course, as well, you also have some awesome box art on the sides, which shows the different other types of full burner kits. You have a BB Sentry or SD Gundam. You have your high grade Gundam. You have your master grade Gundam, which is getting kind of old right now, so it's really nice that they brought out this real grade when they did. By the way, this guy was manufactured, if we can see there, 2013. And so your master grade, which is quite an old kit made back in the late 1998, I believe. 98 or 99. Of course, your perfect grade, which they made back in 2003, I believe, 2004, which was both the Zephyrantis and the full burner. You can make both. And of course, your real grade. And this is the real grade of the Zephyrantis that they have shown there. First thing we get is we get our book. So a book, like just all the other real grades, is going to give you all the information that you need. It's going to give you quite a bit of detailed information. The nice thing about this kit, this is one of the ones that you'll notice here, that the inner frame must be flexed prior to actually putting him together. So this inner frame is very similar to the Mark II kit. This is the last of the Mark II inner frames that they used. So you will want to flex this inner frame prior to assembly. It actually talks about this. Okay. Shows the full build Gundam. Shows the core fighter. What it looks like. Of course, as you can see here, in all the real grades, it does give you information about actually how to build Gunpla, some tips and tricks to use. And I understand that most of you folks out there are not going to be able to read the Japanese, but that's okay, because it does give you symbols for everything. Of course, it gives you a rundown of all the runners, and you will see that there are some X's on here, and you can see these X's are probably all parts that are used for the Zephyrantis. Okay, so the first thing it has you do is build the core fighter. Then it's going to have you build leg units. And then, ooh, I was mistaken, I am sorry. Even though this inner frame is just like that used for the Mark II, it is actually having you flex them inside the armor. I was mistaken about that. Of course, you have some pistons here on the feet. This was what was kind of a nice gimmick that this had. It did have some viewable pistons like on the Mark II. The only difference with this and the Mark II is, I believe, nope, these do not have, it doesn't look like this has some piping like the Mark II had. The Mark II had some really nice cloth piping and wire piping. This does not have that. Waist unit. The body unit that's going to actually go over the core fighter. The arm units, shoulder units, the head unit, and then of course your weapons. Now this is very simple with weapons. You just have a beam rifle and your beam sabers and of course your shield. So this doesn't have anything fancy as far as weapon wise. Nothing super crazy, but the shield is a kind of a really nice shield. That's really what makes this quite a different. And then of course you have on the back all your color listings and all your decals, how they're going to go. Okay, so we're going to put the book aside and we're going to take a look at what's inside the box. So first thing, we got out our trusty knife here. So first thing we have here, first bag, let's open that up, take a look inside. I'm sorry if I don't open these bags up like it's Christmas Day. I'm a 5-year-old kid, but I do like to save the bags. So, we have mainly our colored runner right here, it looks like, with our shield and our feet parts, some of our waist and shoulder units, of course our very large beam effect parts. This beam effect part, some people will be like, what in the world kind of beams? Is it a curved beam saber? No, that's actually for the gun itself. Of course, we have our inner frame. And I love this inner frame because of the type of hip joints that these have. If you remember the last video where we talked about the Strike Freedom Gundam, I really wasn't a big fan of that hip. This has got the original, if I can do it there without popping the whole thing off, the runner. You can see there, it's a nice big ball joint for a hip. Yep, right there. Real nice sturdy hip joint. I really like that. And this doesn't have the ankle joint that I ran into before. You could actually destroy the ankle joint, so I really like that. This has some pieces that pop on. They will pop on with these little pistons here. This piston is all inner. I'm not going to pull it apart, but you could actually move this piston up and down, and really nice way they did this. Of course, these are pieces, it looks like, for the backpack. That's your inner frame runner. Got some white pieces here, looks like head. Some parts for your gun here. Parts for the shield as well. Nice big size shield, especially for a 1/44 scale kit. Of course, the shield on this guy is pretty large. And your headpiece looks like, of course, your V-fin, your chest vents. We got our real grade stickers, foil stickers. Now, this is quite a little bit smaller foil sheet. This is more like Mark II. There's some sheets that are quite a bit bigger than this, but you do still get a lot of foil stickers. So, good bit of markings on this as well. A lot of detail, lots of panel lining on this. Here are some gray parts, not so much white parts on this F runner here. There's a little bit of gray. A lot of nice inner detail and panel lining on the inside of these armor pieces. So lots of detail. In fact, if you look on the inside of this, here's the inside of the shield. You got tons and tons of nice panel lining on the inside of this part, not just on the outside. Looks like some parts for the core fighter, some parts for the thrusters, bring this down just a little bit more. Oh, let's see here. Oh, yeah. Some calf parts, some frame parts. Of course, we got our pieces for the clips for magazines for the guns. Some more armor parts, both for the core fighter and for full Burnern himself. Man, I'm really botching up pulling this guy apart. What's kind of funny is since I've started saving plastic, I have never really used that much of it for my paint, for my painting. Of course, the rest of the armor, really nice white color. What's really nice is this. These really not really heavy plasticky look to them. These real grades really look really. These real grades are really nice the way they mold the plastic and everything. Finding that I use really too much. Some more parts for the inner frame. Of course, parts for the backpack, inner frame of the backpack, and the core fighter. So the core fighter and the backpack are all in one. Well, that's it for what you got here, folks. Let's recount these here. So we got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 runners and some stickers. So there it is, folks. That's full burner for you. I'm going to try to get this guy together. Still got another real grade to assemble before this one. Just as Gundam I want to get done for you guys. Get a video out to you guys for that one. And then hopefully we should be doing this one shortly. And of course, up next, I think we got another unboxing video for you. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button if you like it. Tell me what other kind of content you want to see. And hopefully you enjoyed this video. This is Skaggly Bones out.